everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Georgia and today I'm going to be watching episode 14 of Until We Meet Again. It feels like we're going into like the final arc of the show now and I can't believe it, quite frankly. This episode, it seems to be that we're going to be finally meeting Dean's parents. I can't believe it. This is what I've been waiting for ever since. Even since like the first episode, I swear, or the first time we got to see Dean's home life, because it felt so weird. He acted like the father of the house, so I was really intrigued about his father. And then once it got introduced, the whole stuff about them being related to In's family, it just made me even more curious. And now we're finally here. Oh my god, Pharm was literally me. He fainted as soon as he saw Dean's mother, aka In's niece, and I mean, I would expect nothing less. Last episode was fairly untraumatic for him though, so it wouldn't be an Until We Meet Again episode if Pharm didn't have some sort of reaction to trauma, but for the most part, he was happy. He didn't cry throughout the whole thing. Astounding. Cute moments with Dean and Pharm and Win and team as well. It was just a happy swimming club trip, but now we're getting back to the family stuff, and I assume like the last few episodes will probably be all about this because they've still got quite a lot of things to overcome and face, really. And it isn't... Pharm said he was going to meet his grandfather. Mum's coming back from America to help as well. I still am thinking that Pharm's family are related to Korn because we haven't seen any like male figures in his family besides his brother. Like we've heard barely anything about his father, and now he's meeting his grandfather for the first time, so that spells shade to me. Oh, I just can't wait to see everyone's reactions to everything. And Dean's father's going to be interesting as well because he's the one I've been curious about because he's so much like Dean and whatnot, but he didn't actually know In, right? Hang on. Confusion setting in. Dean's mother is the daughter of Pian. Yeah, the father is someone completely external who didn't have anything to do with the past. Unless he is related to Korn somehow. And like Korn's an offspring of Korn's family and an offspring of In's family got married. That would be insane. I don't know, I'm so excited to meet them though.
คุณไม่เหมือนหนูกับแม่ล่ะคะ
ก็เพราะน้าอินรักหนูมากไงก็เลยให้หนูอ่ะมาใช้นามสกุลเดียวกับน้าอิน
โตขึ้นอลิซจะแต่งงานกับน้าอิน
For many reasons that is wrong.
น้าอินนิ่มๆนะคะอลิซไล่มอนให้แล้วโอมเพียงอย่าทุกอย่างจะดีเอง
Children can be the greatest mood lifters when they want to be, but they can also be the biggest downfall. Oh my god, he passed out for a while.
เมื่อกี้พามทำท่าเหมือนจะหายใจไม่ออกแล้วก็เป็นลมๆไปรู้สึกหายใจไม่ออกหรือจะอ้วกไหม
He's so attentive.
โอเคครับไม่เป็นอะไรแล้ว
แล้วไม่ไปโรงพยาบาลจะดีเหรอ
She doesn't have the same rush of feelings as his grandmother did.
ค้างที่นี่แหละ ไม่ต้องเกรงใจเป็นแฟนดีนไม่ใช่เหรอแม่ก็ถามเขาก็บอกว่าเป็นแฟนแม่ก็ตกใจเหมือนกันนะ
แม่พูดเยอะไปแล้ว
Pharm was asleep for the coming out. Oh. He certainly feels the emotions. What else is new though?
ไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไรนะไม่เป็นไรนะโอมเพียง
Oh
ทุกอย่างก็ดีขึ้นเอง
no!
นะ
Oh, that's so sweet that she still does the same thing. Is this one of those moments where it's In that's coming out?
ดี
Now I understand why in the preview he said you must be exhausted from crying so much.
ท่านรักหลานมากหลานจำอะไรไม่ได้เลย
I'm sure she will, she just needs a jog of the memory.
เป็นยังเด็ก จำอะไรไม่ได้หรอก
Doesn't necessarily mean that she doesn't remember him. It just means she doesn't know that Pharm is him.
ไม่เป็นไรแล้วเด็กดีไม่เป็นไร
She's calling him good boy. I really love the way Dean is able to be there for Pharm in ways that Korn was never able to be there for In. To imagine if this all was happening in another era where they weren't allowed to be together, like that would be completely horrible. The parallels do hurt, like God it hurts, but I'm so happy that they're able to be themselves in this timeline. It's clearly sparked something if she's looking for pictures of In. And there's the tears. This is a positive thing though.
ผมไม่อยากอยู่คนเดียวผมจะอาบน้ำนะครับขอบคุณนะครับพี่ดิน
It's always like he's really embarrassed whenever he says his true feelings. Like, if you don't want to be alone, I'm sure Dean would be more than happy to sit in there with you while you're in the bath.
คุณพ่อพี่ดินจะดุไหมนะแล้วทำไมโอเคเธอต้องเลิกกันไม่
Oh no, no. This is something they haven't really had to worry about until now. Oh my god.
พี่ดิน
พี่อยากด้วย
Probably should have asked that before you actually got in.
ไม่อยากอยู่คนเดียวไม่ใช่ไง
It was good timing. This is the best way to distract him from having those thoughts.
ถ้ายังขยับอยู่แบบนี้เนี่ยพี่ไม่รับประกันความปลอดภัยแล้วนะ
What does that mean?
คุณพ่อพี่ดินดุไหมครับ
ไม่รู้สิพี่ไม่เคยอยู่พ่อสักเท่าไหร่
People say they're so similar. If he's anything like Dean, then he should be accepting.
คุณพ่ออาจจะพูดไม่เก่งเหมือนพี่ดินเคยลองคุยกันดีๆไหมครับ
สาวผมไหม
Change of subject.
พี่ดินและดื้อผมอยากสาให้พี่ด้วย
I love that smile. It's like he's trying so hard to hide his like pleasure and amusement.
ไม่ว่าคำตอบพ่อจะเป็นยังไงเราจะไม่มีวันเลิกกัน
He knew exactly what he was thinking. People worked so hard to get you back together again. There's no way you're splitting up this time after all of this.
ร้องไห้จนเหนื่อยเลยละสิ
They look so natural and comfortable with each other now. I think he secretly is worried about what his dad will say as well. Even though it won't change whether him and Pharm are together or not, he still wants his dad to accept him, of course.
อินรักพี่ก่อนนะ พี่ก็รักอินนะ
He's there, but he's not really there, is he?
อ่านวันครบรอบคบกัน1 ปีนะครับพี่กรณ์
Oh, I never thought they were together for longer than a year. I always have wanted to know how long they were together though, so that is something. They can't even spend the night together on their anniversary. Korn progressively looks more and more dead behind the eyes. Lin is noticing though.
ไว้เจอกันนะ
He has such a cute face though. When he pulls that look of love, it really makes him look like a Disney character. I feel like this must be towards the end. It doesn't feel the same.
พ่ออย่าพ่อ
พามตื่น
ไปกลับบ้าน
พาม
กลับบ้าน
Let's hope that this doesn't get recreated tonight.
ลืมตาสิพามพี่ดีนพี่เอง
แล้วมันเกิดของอินทัศน์พอเขามาเจอกับพวกเรา แล้วเขาก็จับพวกเราแยก
พามไม่มีอะไรพามมันแค่ฝันร้าย
I mean, it did happen, but it's not going to happen to you. Dean really does look low-key concerned.
ตอนนี้แม่อยู่กี่วันอะ
3 วัน
3 วันอีกแล้ว
That's
แม่
it.
จะอยู่แบบหลายๆเดือนบ้างอะ
เดี๋ยวงานก็เสร็จแล้ว ตายจริง ให้แขกมาเสิร์ฟเองเลย
ไม่เป็นไรครับช่วยๆกัน
The side eye.
เดี๋ยวค่อยคุยกัน
We're actually gonna talk. Whoa.
จริงๆด้วยนะ
ไม่ขนาดนั้นหรอกครับ
อืม
อ่ะ กินข้าวสิ
Oh, it's so awkward. He's ruining the mood.
มีอะไรก็พูดมาต่อหน้าทุกคนในครอบครัวนี่แหละ
พ่อคงจะได้ยินมาจากแม่บ้างแล้ว นี่พามคนรักของผมครับ
This is one of those times where I don't like the silence in this show. Come on, say something.
พ่อแม่เราว่าไง
คุณพ่อผมเสียแล้วครับ ส่วนคุณแม่ท่านทราบเรื่องที่คบกับพี่ดีแล้ว ท่านไม่ว่าอะไร
Now you know that you would be the straw in
รู้
the
ใช่ไหมว่า
coffin.
จากนี้ต่อไปเนี่ยต้องเจออะไรอีกเยอะ แน่ใจนะว่ารับไหว
ครับ
Oh, I wonder if she was looking at the pictures of Vin last night because her son being gay, or well, being in love with the man, reminded her of in that sense, and not because she felt the connection with Pharm.
อ่อนโยนเป็นเหมือนกันนี่
Now, can you be for once in your life?
อย่ามาโอดควรทีหลังแล้วกัน
Okay, good enough, I guess. Very roundabout way of saying he has his blessing. Now no one knows what to say. Oh, bit of a smile. Oh. She definitely did warn him ahead of time, didn't she?
วันนี้ลูกพาแฟนมาค้างที่บ้านนะ
แล้วคุณยอมได้ไงอ่ะ
ไม่มีอะไรหรอกนะพ่อ เชื่อใจลูกบ้างเถอะ
อีลูกเรานี่ไม่เป็นไรหรอก แต่อีกฝ่ายเป็นผู้หญิงอ่ะ ใครรู้เข้าเขาจะเสียหายนะ
He's a pushai.
แฟนลูกเป็นผู้ชาย
So whatever this is his real reaction.
พ่อไม่กีดกันลูกใช่ไหม
This is
Did
where
you
you
get
go
Lou Day
around.
last?
Yes!
ก่อน
Oh!
แล้วก็เคยโดนแบบนี้
เมื่อวานเห็นแม่ฉันโทรมาหา คุยอะไรกันเหรอ
แม่คุณเนี่ยบอกให้ผมเนี่ย
They
เปิด
both
ใจคุยกับลูกบ้าง
they both tried to warn him. I wonder if that's because they didn't want the same thing to happen. Because obviously Pian knows about Dean and Palm's relationship, and Alan found out, and they both had to warn him before talking to Dean because they didn't want the same reaction from him or the same repercussions to happen to Dean and Palm as what happened to Korn and In. Even Anne called him, like, she wasn't accepting their relationship and he stopped Dean from seeing her. And even she got the balls to call him and tell him to be open-minded about his son because she's so fretful about the fathers finding out about their sons' relationships and potentially having the same cycle happen again. Thank God they did. Like, I don't think he would have been as bad, but I don't think he would have been so nice to Dean if they hadn't have done that. He's been told to be open-minded and to listen to his son. If he hadn't had that, he probably would have just bit back straight away.
ปากหนักทั้งคู่อะทั้งพ่อทั้งลูก
And you're like mother, like daughter, both giving him the heads
คุณ
up.
ก็นิสัยผมเป็นแบบนี้คุณก็รู้อะ
พยายามเขานะพ่อ
a little tip, maybe be there for your children for more than 3 days at a time.
ดีใจด้วยนะคะ
I think we knew that already, but it's nice for her to say it.
วันศุกร์หน้าเป็นวันหยุด พี่ไปนอนค้างด้วยได้ไหม ได้ครับ พี่ไม่ไปนอนเฉยๆแล้วนะ
ฮะ
ให้เวลาพามเตรียมใจ1 อาทิตย์
Oh my god.
ดีนทำอะไรครับ
พี่รอมานานแล้ว และพี่จะไม่รออีกต่อไป
That confirms that they didn't go all the way at the camp then. That whimper.
เชี่ย
Oh
ทำ
my-
อะไรครับ
At least you know it's going to be protected, Palm.
ดีน ผมรักพี่ดีนนะครับ
Oh.
พี่ก็รักพามครับ
Well, that went better than expected. I'm so happy that Dean's parents were both accepting, as they should be. I really like the added detail of both Dean's mother and grandmother preparing his father so that the same thing didn't happen to them as what happened to Korn and In. And the Korn and In flashbacks this episode were, well, there was only one flashback. The in flashback with his niece was so adorable, and the use of the abracadabra thing, everything will be alright, was just, oh my gosh, the fact that she still uses that as a grown woman, I think that's so adorable, because there are things from your childhood that you do take with you throughout your life, and I think that's such a nice, sweet and comforting phrase that she does to people. But the Korn and In flashback really, it didn't feel like a happy first anniversary, that's for sure. There were such longing looks, but they weren't at each other. Like, Korn was staring into the distance a lot of the time, In was staring at Korn's back as he was walking away. That must have been towards the end of their relationship, and I didn't think they were together for more than a year, so that has surprised me. It's even worse that they were together for longer and had to hide it for that long a time, and then they were finally about to move out together. Their first anniversary, it didn't seem really happy in any sense. Korn clearly very spaced out and depressed, and even being with in that moment didn't seem to snap him out of it. A lot of the time, the flashbacks between them have been happy, and in recent episodes we've seen Korn growing more and more spaced out and out of it during their interactions. He doesn't take it out on In or anything, but you can just tell he's not all there, and he's just constantly probably thinking the worst, and thinking about suicide, who knows, really. And then in that moment, I think that was the first time I really saw In noticing it. He could tell that something was up with him, but he didn't bring himself to ask. He just looked scared in that moment and concerned about Korn, but neither of them spoke about it, unfortunately. Is it known what date their anniversary is? Because I'd love to know. And I'd also like to know the date of In's birthday / the day they died. They've probably said that one at some point, but I just don't remember. But I'd like to know what Korn and In's days are. And this felt like the first time Dean looked worried. Dean's always been very confident in their relationship, and you know, he's the instigator of all their moments and whatnot, and he doesn't have a problem telling people about them. Like Alex, he just wafted him away like he was a fly, and he's very open about his relationship with Pharm with all his friends and stuff. He doesn't hide anything, but for the first time this episode he seemed a bit concerned about telling his dad, and because he doesn't know him so well and they're not close at all, it must be awkward telling him first off for that reason, like having to open up a very special part of your life to someone so close to you but you barely know. Must be a really odd feeling. But also, because he doesn't know him so well, he doesn't know how he's going to react, and he knows the implications of what happens when the fathers don't accept. And even if he hadn't have accepted, I don't think it would have made a difference, because the parents are barely ever home anyway. They wouldn't even know whether he was seeing him or not when they were away. It certainly wouldn't have had the same repercussions on them as it would have had on In and Korn, I don't think, because they're less wrapped around their fingers. But the emotional feelings, if his father hadn't accepted them, would have been awful and just the same as In and Korn. So I am so happy that he had that reaction to them and was nice about it. I still love the way the characters of Dean and Pharm are portrayed and how it relates to their past lives. Like, Pharm is so scared of like allowing himself to be loved and falling in love. He seems to be getting over that stuff a bit more now, but definitely in the early days you could tell how scared he was of getting to know Dean and the emotions it brought him. It's all a result of his trauma, what he felt when he lost Korn the first time. And then Dean, he's always the instigator, he's always there for Pharm whenever he needs him. It feels like he is the strong person that Korn couldn't be. It's almost like Dean himself is righting the wrong there, and he was so mad at Korn when he figured out what had happened in the past. It feels like he is rectifying where Korn went wrong. Not that I think Korn was necessarily wrong to want to kill himself, like he was clearly struggling so much mentally, and it's all the parents' fault for making him feel like that and making him feel like he couldn't live this life anymore. But the implications that left on In, and therefore Pharm, it's so nice that it comes full circle and Dean is the one that is constantly there for Pharm, because it's his past life that caused all this trauma, so he has to be there to rectify it in a way. It's so clever. And now I'm uncertain about whether we are meeting Pharm's family next episode, because the preview only showed their first time, and Lord help me if that is the whole episode. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching my reaction to episode 14 of Until We Meet Again. If you want to watch my uncut reactions to Until We Meet Again, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for episode 15. Bye!
I like 'em sweet but naughty, dimples on the cheeks, I bet you taste like berries so